This is a good one. Devil is God's agent. The devil has a shape or a form. Even if we say it's the negative force or negative energy, there's some content there to label it as negative force or negative energy. Now, most people then project that onto God, right? Duality. Can't have one without the other. So then they think, oh, God must be this positive force, this positive energy. And so then the two battle each other. The devil is the negative force, and there is a positive energy that God created to draw, you can say, the consciousness back to like benevolence or holiness. Yes, but that's not God. God created both. He created the positive holy force and the negative devilish force, because there needs to be that friction in order to have this game that we call life. If we talk about what God is, see, I got to be careful because it sounds like I'm going to tell you what God is. I'm just sharing some things. If you resonate with it, good. All right? That's all we're doing. We're having fun and we're having some sharing here. Not postulating someone that like knows God. Although we all know God on a certain level because the God essence is in us. So, you just take it however you take it. Some people, they can't help it. They're going to misconstrue things and, think you're, what's it called when you're, what they thought Jesus was. He was, I forgot the word. But anyway, so we need that dualistic audience. You have the people who aren't going to like you, and you have the people who are going to like you. So it's cool. You wouldn't appreciate the people who like you if it wasn't for you can call them the devil people. They don't like that. Maybe they get more mad. But whatever, having fun, right? Like if they were just the people that revere you all the time, you wouldn't. You say, okay. Yeah. But then you got the ignorant people. It makes you appreciate and have more gratitude for the positive holy people. But the devilish people think they're holy. This is the thing. I'm still trying to think of what that word is. Blasphemy. See, I knew it. Right. They think you start talking blasphemy. Blasphemous. If you once you start talking about God. So I didn't say yet what God is because I wanted to say what I just said. So God is beyond the devilish energy and the holy energy. You can't say what God is. We can say he's beyond, but like God isn't a thing, so how are you going to say what it is? You can say God's the substratum, this infinite space in which these two energies play on. But God's not tangible. It's not tangible. I don't think there's any word. How are you going to just... I said in one of these videos that I like contemplate. It's a great contemplation. And for those at a certain stage, you sit quiet and contemplate like, whoa, what is God? Number one, God's not God. This is just a word, but it's pointing to the word God's pointing to the infinite, like it's infinite. And the game is this finite, localized consciousness trying to understand the infinite. So have some humor about that when you contemplate what is God. And then you can get somewhere, actually. But we can never totally understand it on the deepest level because it's infinite. There's always a deeper level of understanding that's possible. Awakening is infinite. There's always potential to awaken more. There's always higher states of consciousness to realize. All that's happening, though, inside of a space that's like beyond the whole thing. But I want to talk about the devil, right? Because this is what we made. This is what I'm supposed to talk about. So I'm saying devil's God's agent. So God created the holy force and the devilish force because you need the devilish force to try to battle the holy force. It's like doing its job. It's like devil's God's right-hand man. And he gave the devil, the negative forces, a lot of power. Those of you who really embark on a spiritual journey know this. It's not just like, oh, I decided to awaken, and so now I'm going to go to my local yoga class, and yeah, everything's nice now. Now, man, the real deal starts once something inside you didn't even choose to do it. This is the thing. Don't take credit for your desire to awaken. God push run on that software program in you, and now it's like the human bot's wants to awake now. Then you find the devilish forces, they come. Look how strong they came for Jesus, assuming that all the stories in the Bible are true and all that. He was hitting some super deep levels of self-realization, and the devil actually appeared in a form. That usually doesn't happen for most people. The devil plays his energy and his certain tendencies and addictions and distorts perception, etc. Usually doesn't appear in a form. Why did he appear in a form? Because he's breaking out the big guns for those beings who are coming to the deepest levels of self-realization. That's proof you're on the right track, man. It's like the harder your life is, the better on a certain level. It doesn't feel that way, but don't trust your feelings so much. So the devil appeared in a form, and he didn't say I'm the devil, and have his pitchfork and was trying to scare him. He didn't do that. He came as cool dude. He's cool. He says, look, man, because he came to Jesus when Jesus was fasting out in the woods. Bugs were probably biting him and everything. He didn't have any energy. So the devil came and said, man, you know, you're a holy being. You don't do this to yourself. This is the devil talking. The devil saying is the devil talking, right? Trying to manipulate. The devil's smooth. And look how many masters have become fallen angels over the girl. The right girl gets sent. Devil constructs the right girl, sends her, and then the master loses it. It's a trippy game we're in. It's heavyweight stuff, special forces. I made a video, Awakenings special forces training. So then the devil's working him in a very cunning way. He's like, man, you got to take care of yourself. You're a holy person. Go help the people. You're just hurting yourself out here. And you're it's stupid, man. He says, listen, I actually have some power, because I'm also an angel. God made me an angel too. Not the only angel. And so I want to help you because you're in a bad spot. He says, there's just one little thing you got to do. It's not a big deal. You do it all the time anyway, actually. You just need to bow down a little bit. Just give a little reverence, so then I can take that energy, and then I'm going to give you all kinds of good gifts, worldly gifts, and then you're going to feel better. But I can't do it unless you got to give me a little, come on, man. Give me a little respect, because I'm going to give you all this stuff. He's working him hard. And Jesus is like, no, I ain't buying that, man. He says, I know. I'm paraphrasing. Well, first, what he really said was, no, get behind me, Satan. That's what he said. Get behind me. Get. I don't want to look at you anymore. You're talking stupid. And then the devil's like, damn it, he won again. But he said, okay, game continues. I'll be back. I'll be back when you'll be in another bad state. Maybe when you're hanging on that cross, I'll come back then. I bet you're gonna take me up on my offer then. But when the devil is trying to bait him because see, the negative forces, all they have to offer is gifts in form, material accolades, stuff like that. That's all the negative forces can do. They don't have anything truly spiritual or subtle or the finer gifts. They can't do that. They can't give that, which is the only gifts that actually give you satiation, is these nice this serenity inside. This is kind of this nice warm, the life force is moving. It's nice. Those who've experienced that, I'm sure you'll take that any day over anything the world can give you in form. So Jesus knew that. He did enough sadhana and had enough, was in touch with his presence enough to where he knew that. So like he couldn't be baited. Couldn't be baited with material form. Yeah, he would have felt better for a minute. Devil give him some nice food and maybe a girl and a car and he's chilling. He wouldn't be, suffering from the the fasting. But he saw through it. He's like, I can't do it, man. I already know that there's nothing there. That's an empty promise, and it just leads to more grief afterwards. Now, in previous lives, how do you think he knew this, though? That he just learned that in his short 20, 30 years? No. Previous lives, he's been through training. He did all this stuff already. The same mistakes, defects of character, shortcomings that we all had, he also had. So don't judge yourself. We can't see the string of lifetimes that a being has lived. If we could, it would be real easy to understand things, which is why we can't see it. So trust this game. It's a game. It feels real. It's okay. And let me know how you like this video. All right.